Hey everybody, I'm Chef Tom with atbbq.com and this is Smoked Mozzarella Sticks. Now we all love fried cheese. Who doesn't love fried cheese other than lactose intolerant? I'm sorry for you guys. So today we're gonna make mozzarella sticks, but of course we're going to put our all things barbecue spin on it by cold smoking that cheese first. We're gonna start with the cold smoking process. So I'm gonna turn on the Yoder, but I'm not going to hit that start button, and that's just gonna use the fans to push air through the chamber. Now the way this works is we take one of these tube smokers, fill it up with the pellets. You can just take them straight out of the hopper. We're using hickory today. And we're gonna light up this tube and then just let it kind of smoke away while that cheese sits in the chamber. So load that thing onto the left side of the grill here. I'm gonna light it up. So once that's going really well, you're gonna see that smoke starts coming up. It's gonna travel all the way to the other side where the chimney is, and we're gonna get smoke all the way through with the fan pushing it. Now for the mozzarella, you've got a couple of options, probably more than a couple, but this is our low moisture mozzarella, so pretty dried out. This is your fresh mozzarella, so lots of moisture in it. But actually both of them work really well for this application, so we're just gonna do both today. Start by slicing this low moisture into, roughly 1/4 inch slabs. And that's how we're gonna fry them up. Now to cold smoke these, we're gonna place them on this frog mat here. This is gonna keep the cheese from sticking to the grill. I've already got a batch that's going, so we'll pull that out pretty soon here. But this kind of keeps everything all in one piece, so you can move it all at once. The smoke is rolling, cheese on the frog mat. It's going right here on the top, away from any small amount of heat that's coming from the tube, and that's just gonna roll right through there for the next hour and a half or so. This is the cheese that smoked earlier today, so you can see the difference in color from this to this, how it soaked up that smoke. And that was only about an hour and a half, which is plenty of time for these thin slices of cheese to soak up the smoke. Once you got your cheese smoked, you're ready to start the 3-stage breading process, and that's what we're gonna do right before we fry them. For the first stage, we've got a couple of eggs and just a little bit of half and half. Then we're gonna move to our flour, which is unseasoned, and then from there, we're gonna hit it back into the eggs and then move down to the panko, which we'll season with about a tablespoon of our Cattleman's Grill Lone Star brisket rub. So start in the egg wash, get that fully coated, then move over to the flour. Keeping one wet hand, one dry hand so we don't get all gummed up. And press that in and shake it off. Then we're gonna go back to the egg wash. Wet hand. Get that coated one more time. And then into the panko. Just kind of nestle that in there. Cover it with your breadcrumbs. Give it a press. Shake off the excess and onto the wire rack. Mozzarella is fully breaded now. We're gonna let this sit just for a few minutes before we fry it up and make some dipping sauce. When it comes to dipping sauces, obviously you've got all kinds of choices. Marinara is a pretty consistent one when it comes to mozzarella sticks. Ranch is another good one. We're gonna do something a little bit different today, something tangy but also still creamy. It's a mayonnaise-based mustard flavored sauce. I'm gonna start with a 1/2 cup of Duke's mayo here. Then we're gonna add in some pickled mustard seeds. Now this is the Kozlik's Triple Crunch, so they're whole mustard seeds, but like a really nice tartness to them. And then I'm gonna thin this out with buttermilk. You can just do this to your desired consistency. Go just a little bit thinner. So the buttermilk also is gonna add some tanginess. Mayo, while it's creamy, innately tangy anyway, and that's gonna cut the fat of that mozzarella. Gonna do kind of a shallow fry on our mozzarella today. So we're gonna fill up our 12-inch skillet with about 1/2 inch of this safflower oil. Bring that up over medium heat to about 375 degrees. Hit 375, so we're gonna pop in the mozzarella. Got 2 of the fresh and 2 of the low moisture. So the oil level has come up to where it's like at least halfway up on the mozzarella, which is what we need so that it fries evenly. Now we're just gonna kind of give it a little bit of a shimmy every once in a while, make sure that it's browning properly on the bottom, wait till it's golden and flip it. That's about 2 minutes there. Get a nice golden crust on there. Cheese is definitely melting. You're gonna start to see it ooze out in places. Repeat the process and that's it. Look at that. That is beautiful. Cheese just starting to ooze out. I found that the low moisture ones, oddly enough, I would have thought it was opposite. They tend to ooze a little bit more than the fresh ones. But who doesn't love a little ooze? All right, let's get a bite here. Such a wonderful, crusty crunch all the way. Just encapsulating that cheese. And that's why not all the cheese leaks out, but it does leak out in spots. Most of it is completely covered with that 3-stage breading process. This fresh mozzarella is fantastic, but I'm gonna do one of these low moisture as well. Flavor's not there as much as the fresh, but at the same time, the texture is even more stretchy. I wouldn't say no to either one of them, especially with this dipping sauce. I mean, this mozzarella is so fatty. It's fried, so it's fatty. But the tanginess of this dipping sauce completely contrasts that in the best possible way. But thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to check out atbbq.com for all the products featured in today's video. If you enjoyed the recipe, hit that subscribe button. And if you have any questions or comments, or there's anything you'd like to see me cook, let me know in the comment section down below, and let's be good to one another. For more recipes, tips, and techniques, head over to atbbq.com/thesauce. All things barbecue, where barbecue legends are made.